and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight, it's Educating Dave.
And he's picking things up.
Right, okay.
And stuff about
Transformers. Okay, let's try this. Okay, two Takara masterpieces.
Yes.
So, yeah, immediately I'm going to enjoy this to a certain level. Like having wisdom teeth removed. Yeah, just okay. You put little ones in front. I know you. They must be G1.
Yes.
Okay, we got cardboard boxes. That means medallions or coins?
Coins.
Coins, right. Okay.
Medallions come from. This isn't the 70s. This was. This isn't.
Okay. Right. So we're off to. Okay. The numbers on the boxes mean that this one was out first. This one's out second. I see an ambulance and a recreational vehicle.
Well, that's a van.
Ooh, is that the weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, I like the way they put the weapon in as the, I was going to say camshaft. Is that the drive shaft? Drive shaft, right, okay. Camshaft, why not do I think camshaft?
Omnibot.
A what?
Omnibot.
What? Oh, fuck. 2 minutes in and I've got to ask. What's an Omnibot?
It's a subclass of Autobots. Now, when Diaclone was released, there were basically 3 Autobot cars, essentially. With 3 Diaclone cars, which were slightly smaller than the normal ones. So when Hasbro released the Autobot car range, they didn't include them.
Because of the size difference?
Because of the size difference, because they didn't think they could put them at the same price point and get away with it. Mm-hmm. So they used them. As a.
I'd love them to use that argument now.
So they use them as a mail away premium instead. The robot points.
Okay.
In states only.
Which means over here they are
hard to get hold of. Of course, I have all 3.
Yeah,
of course.
Right. Okay. So why are we doing these today?
Well, basically, my brother Stefan has lent me these to do a review.
Cool.
Which is always nice of him to lean them into me before they've even been opened. So I feel guilty.
Maybe he doesn't get the same pleasure from opening the boxes you do.
Yeah, he wants to see what I think about them before he even gets them.
Yeah, you've got to love the logic here. £100, £100, £100, £5. Yeah, isn't it weird? As collectors, we actually spend the majority of our time trying to find the ones that are really screwed up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with this is that they came into the country before we voted to leave the EU.
So they were cheaper?
So they were cheaper. So it's before the pound went through the floor.
Okay.
So these worked out about £55 each, I think.
At time of recording, because by the time this goes to air, everything will be great. The pound will be stronger than any other currency on earth. We're all good. Can you smell that?
Yeah, I can smell that. Right.
I like the stand. How come it's red and not black?
What stand?
Dad, no, not the stand. Not the stand. I go, what the bloody hell is it?
Well, you'll find out. Do pay attention, 007.
I'm gonna distract myself with the coin while you do that part. Yep, it's a coin.
Quite a bit bigger.
Size isn't everything. Weapon platform?
Kind of. Guessing that goes in there for my design program. We've got so many extras on this. You can see why this was originally retailing quite a bit more than the other Autobot cars, because it's bigger, but then there's all these extra bits. It's quite cool.
I've got that far.
That's only because I know that we want all. To be fair.
Okay.
I want see-through plastic. So many.
I like the firebolts. Are they firebolts or are they jet engine?
Now you see, this is the thing. This all screams cartoon series stuff. So I'm looking at them going, yeah. Don't remember.
Have a quick gander. 2 spare hands. Spare. Is that a head? Faceplate? Oh yeah, it is. Faceplate.
Faceplate, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Leaking lubricant indeed.
So while you're looking at the extra bits, I'll just have a quick gander at this one.
What on earth is that? Looks like an insert for the
window screen, possibly.
With some kind of creature on it.
It's a dragon, isn't it?
My total lack of memory of the cartoon series is going to show me up.
Actually, I have no idea what that is meant to be. Okay, so as with all masterpieces, high quality plastic, really nice pin joints, really good design.
Yeah, basically all the extras, including that display.
They've gone for
thing
the
from
paint
the TV
version
show.
rather than the raisin sticker version. I'm not quite sure why it's missing the number plate. Would it not have had a number plate?
No, it was in the cartoon series they wouldn't have had number plates.
Okay.
Being too obvious at least.
Okay.
And
I'm going to
there's
make somebody cry by handling
collector's
the
car.
G1 version.
Collector's card, of course. And if,
Text specs
always
right
got
on it?
it looked pretty yeah, it looked pretty much going on to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I looked at the G1 box, to be fair. It's in my loft somewhere. But there we go, let's get that out of the way. So all these extras are literally, that's the cartoon series stuff, very clearly. Whereas the stuff here is very much based on the G1 toy.
Right.
So we'll leave that there for the moment.
And this is still not the stand.
Still not a stand, no.
It's literally just a let me keep all the weapons nice and shiny and tidy.
No, but you'll find out in a bit.
He's determined, he's making me work for this one.
Yeah, let's get Ratchet out. Because Ironhide is the security director. He's basically, to all intents and purposes, he was Optimus Prime's bodyguard.
Security chief and bodyguard, wasn't he?
Yeah. But he wasn't the security director. The security director was Red Alert. They said Cybertron security, so he's just a security officer. Red Alert would basically be his superior. Which, okay, might not go down too well. But Red Alert in the cartoon series was a completely weird version of Red Alert character, because he didn't seem to have any sort of like rank as such. He was just ridiculed, if anything. Now Ratchet does come again with this same windscreen insert, but that's
different.
more obvious.
That's a medical.
Considering he's a doctor, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get to choose which type of medical crosses you put on, either with or without the Autobot symbol.
Okay, now that's nice.
That's a nice touch. Collector's card as usual. Tech specs look about right to me. It's always good. And your instructions, which I may have to refer to in a bit, to be fair.
Okay, I'll let you put that on. I'm not risking breaking that, and it doesn't want to go in easy. She's putting up a fight, Captain. Yeah. Similar design, except for the...
Yeah, it's based. I mean, this is the thing, is they always were just to repaint everything.
Oh, now this one's got different extras.
Well, yes, because he's the doctor, so you've got his laser scalpel and...
It's got more guns.
No, they're not guns, they're tools.
Oh.
It's all medical equipment. Basically.
Well, yeah, I suppose if you're a, 20-foot robot?
Who's basically...
Actually, how tall is the average Autobot?
It depends on what media you're reading.
G1.
G1 what? Cartoon? Ladybird
Cartoon.
books?
Cartoon.
They changed.
Because they had scale issues
They had
with
scale
the
issues
cartoon.
all the way through. Bumblebee changed size in the same episodes.
Yes, yeah, I see. Okay, how about in the Marvel comics? Because they were...
In the Marvel comics, Optimus Prime seemed to be about 30 to 40 foot tall, something in that region, and the Autobots, the general Autobot cars, about came to either his waist or his chest, depending on which Autobot car it was, and the Minibots lower than his
I have no idea what that cures, but I definitely don't want to have that problem.
That looks like, I think that's a spray that he used in one of the episodes.
Okay.
Because again, it's very much based on the cartoon series.
Okay.
Which is a slight shame because it means his head's the wrong colour for me. Right, before we look at the masterpieces a bit more, let's have a look at the G1s.
Okay.
Now, these are very early designs.
However,
I've got a feeling these were possibly the earliest of the designed cars that we now know as the Autobot cars for Diaclone.
right, so this would have literally been Diaclone, bye-bye, Transformers, yay. Ah. Okay, that is cool. Why don't the others do it that way?
Now, you're the first person I've ever met who thinks that's cool.
That made sense. That was just boom. That was great for a kid. That's fantastic. And it comes in two halves, so you don't have to worry about breaking the damn thing if you put too much pressure trying to transform it. And we've already established that Transformers do it by magic, so it doesn't matter if the two parts are separate. What do you mean I'm the only person who thinks that's cool?
Most people think these are terrible.
Why? You popped that straight out and... No, that was awesome. The robot used that as a harness. Was it an exoskeleton? It's a weapon platform. Oh, they used the... Ah, okay. The only thing I would say is awful about this is the sticker plate that is the face. That's terrible. But the actual transformation mode, they're metal hinges. These are proper metal hinges.
Well, yeah, it's G1.
No, but I mean, yeah, this is... Okay, that kicks ass. So why don't people like this?
Because it
Too
doesn't
simple?
look like the character in the cartoon.
Does it look like the character in the comics?
Very, very early comics, yes. But, yeah. Basically, right, pop him on here.
I like the idea of that. Boom, boom, boom. I transform, my weapon transforms, I then sit on my weapon and it's a vehicle. I didn't see that on these. This has got pop out. This
No.
hasn't got pop out. How come that's got pop out tracks and these don't?
Because this is the extra bit they did to sate the G1 toy fans.
You mean people like me that go, why the hell's this got it and this one hasn't?
Yeah, because this doesn't transform into that. This transforms into the G1 cartoon series version.
This is something we have never done this before, so we enjoy this, Transformer fans. So I saw him do that bit. Okay, so I think I can do this without breaking this. Sven, check it out, check it out. I transformed it without breaking it. Oh man, that is cool. Okay, now this is the bit I always struggle with, so bear with me. Sven's having mini heart attacks because he's seen what I've done to some of these cheap platforms. Okay, so that comes down, that comes down here, so that that piece comes off. So that comes down like that, comes down like that, comes down like that. Look Sven, I did it without an instruction manual. any type. And then that clips onto there. There you go, Transformer fans. The very...
Hold on.
Oh,
We
hang on,
need
I'm
an extra
missing
bit.
where's my extra bit?
Yeah.
There you go. The very first Transformer that I have done, unassisted, since I was a kid. Because surprisingly enough, I did actually have some Transformers when I was a kid. Which Sven was horrified to find out what I'd done with them. Not as horrified as some of our fans would be, but there you go. Okay, you know what? I will happily argue with anybody that doesn't like that. That's awesomely fun. And for a kid that would have been great. It took no time.
So this is the thing is I always found it strange that when they turned up in a cartoon series they didn't have their
Proper faceplates.
well no more of this. I mean you can get third parties have actually done heads that you put onto the top.
See, I think I'd like that.
Yeah.
I'd like that. The sticker doesn't...
To give them a closer look to the cartoon series.
Yeah, the sticker's not working. I have to
Yeah.
say that is not working
But
for
in
me.
the
But
very-
for the 2 minutes it would have taken to actually design a head and actually put it on there.
Yeah. But in the very early G1 comics, this is how they appeared. Ironhide and Ratchet.
Okay.
So that's quite... To me, I quite like this design.
I like the weapon platform
And
concept.
I kind of like what they did in the comic when they kind of explained what happened is when they step out from behind there,
Yeah.
it was almost as if the head popped up from behind the windscreen to look more like that.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, because that, I mean, technically you could argue that for the security one more
Yeah.
than the ambulance one, yeah, it's to protect the faceplate.
so in this country we had a whole load of stories in between.
Right. Where they still look like
They
this.
still look like this. And then suddenly Ratchet turns up, trying to rescue them all from because what basically happened at end of the story of the first 4 issues, the Decepticons have been wiped out by poison fuel.
Yeah.
Poison
Energon or poison
fuel,
something
no,
else?
fuel, actual fuel. This is the comic. They didn't do the Energon thing really.
Okay.
And the Decepticons have been eaten from the inside out by.
It wasn't. Didn't you tell me the storyline that they got some human to do it?
Yeah.
And they poisoned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And the only Autobot who.
They fit in Optimus's trailer.
Of course I do. Who would design them not to? That would be ridiculous. But in the storyline, basically, Ratchet was the only Autobot surviving after Shockwave had turned up and blasted them all.
Right.
And because he'd taken Sparkplug to the hospital after he'd had the heart attack because the flamethrower incident, which I told you about in one of the issues,
Yes,
one of the
yeah,
episodes we did. So that's why Ratchet was still
As you
alive.
explain this, start on that one. Because I'm following you very carefully.
Bearing in mind I've never transformed with this.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened with that. So Ratchet, basically, it was Ratchet versus the entire Decepticon army that was still kicking around, while the Decepticons had strung up the Autobots and were using them as spare parts.
As you do.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense to me, I've got to be honest. So,
Alright.
there's little flappy bits just there. Okay, you've missed the whole... okay. Oh, that's on a... Oh, okay. Is there a central pin there? Do they just declip?
Don't know. I'm not thinking
You've
about
done
it.
it
I'm
on
doing
yours. You've done it on yours. Ah, yeah, central pin. Oh, that's nice. like some of the articulation points on this, and it just clips out naturally, which is nice. Those were such a doddle to do. They felt natural as you did it as well, where some of them where you've got to go through like 20 odd stages just to, no. It's not my imagination, these ones do just feel more intuitive to transform, right? Because I really struggle with some of the ones you've handed me.
Well, yeah. I mean, even with G1, they varied so much from design to design on how easy it was to transform them.
Okay, now there's a hinge point there. I like the way that in this one he's watching a computer screen.
Yeah.
I get the feeling he's not meant to stay that way, but Stefan, don't have any heart attacks. I will not break it. I promise. I've not broken a masterpiece yet. It's the key word there is yet. Yes, yeah. I cannot help but feel. Really get the feeling that the head is meant to be doing something that I am missing here. This is actually surprisingly quite satisfying. This one. Genuinely enjoying this one. Right, I believe, until you show me an instruction book that tells me otherwise, I have done this correctly. Oh, he said with extreme confidence and then thinks he's wrong. No, I'm wrong, aren't I? I'm really, really wrong. See, your one looks right. My one looks like I missed several stages. Okay, so viewers at home, this is what I think this one should look like. Sven, do you want to show them what yours looks like at this present stage? I might have missed a few steps. Okay, so let's see where David could have gone wrong. Ah, well, if I'd have known that did that, that might have helped. Oh God, I am nowhere near, just no, not even in the ballpark of close. Here's close, and this is where you are. Alright, let's see if I can rectify what it is I've done here. God, the viewers at home must be thinking, this is like watching a chimp. No, chimps probably do a better job. I've been defeated by a toy designed for 12.
No, you're not. It's not designed for 12-year-olds. It's designed for adult collectors, to be fair.
10-year-olds! Ah! Why?
Teen to adult.
Why? Sorry. Ignore me.
You've lost it.
I never had it in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, so that goes to the back. Oh, of course, yeah, this hasn't got the stickers on it yet. So bear that bit in mind now. I hate my comment section. It's looking like right now. You know what? I can literally, in my mind, hear people typing away.
Ratchet.
Okay. Don't know why I'm mocking you. I can't figure it out. Oh, right. Yes. I hate the head on this, by the way. Just saying. Are they completely concealed on the inside?
Pretty much, yeah. The only thing you can see is the ratchets there. Actually.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you do the wheel part, but okay. Kudos for the everything else.
Shoulders.
What about the shoulders? Oh, they just come on clips. They were right. Look, see? Yeah, they were right. I had that.
Okay.
Cool. Go on, put the back wheels right. How did I miss that bit?
And that locks the shoulders.
Oh, that locks the arms in. Okay. I'll play with yours for a second.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
I got it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And I did it without instructions.
Oh yeah,
and I didn't cheat.
Completely wrong. Right.
He means they need a minor tweak. Well, there you go, folks. A first for us. A, I had a vague clue what we were on about. B, I really liked the G1 Transformer, which I did on my own without instructions. And I got 95% of the way there with the Masterpiece version, unassisted. There you go, my training is complete. No more educating Dave. Oh God, there's more educating Dave.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more.
Yeah, but at least I got it that
Very,
far.
very close. I mean, there's a little bit of clipping together and stuff, but yeah.
It was
that's
close.
Actually really good. Really well done.
In all fairness, I've got to say, in all fairness, these were a piece of piss. You know, I genuinely think we just lost some Americans.
Why?
Because they're going, what on earth's he on about a piece of piss?
Well, yeah.
Mm. Edity Sven might have fun with that one.
There we go. One Ratchet.
Yeah.
One Ironhide.
Okay, so, yeah, that was easy to transform. Well, I know it means very little to you, but it was quite satisfying to me. Okay, so, excellent hinge points, high grade plastic, transforming it was good. I'm disappointed that the platform doesn't have tracks. It should have tracks.
I'm hoping that a third party company comes along and upgrades that to make it more like the original.
Although I will argue that that is the display stand.
Probably how it's designed, to be fair. I mean, it's not quite the same as that.
Oh, you know what it is? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, no, you know what it is? These were 80s style, have tracks. These are Flash Gordon. Ha, ha, that's how the universe started. They're hoverboards.
To be fair,
They're hoverboards.
To be fair, the Marb, which was something that was in the cartoon, not in the comic, Marb,
The Marb.
Mobile Autobot Remote Base or something. Okay. I can't remember what it stands for. But basically, in the first story lines after they switched over to looking like this in the comic.
Yeah.
One of the first things Ratchet did is he realised he needed help because he was the only Autobot left. Every single Autobot was stripped down to wires and being used as spare parts, hanging as literally like pieces of meat in the Ark.
Nice.
And Shockwave was repairing all of the Decepticons. Shockwave was still the only active one, pretty much at the time. Then Megatron ripped himself out of his repair bay, even though he wasn't fully ready, and took Shockwave on to try and take back command of the Decepticons. And Shockwave basically pummeled him because he wasn't up to operational efficiency anymore. Mm. All while this was going on, Ratchet was in Savage Land, looking for the Dinobots.
Okay, need additional robot forces to.
Yeah, so he went and found it because he knew about.
And robot new Transformers into a storyline.
I mean, basically, in the story, in the comic storyline, it was the Dinobots. The Dinobots were created by the Ark to take on Shockwave. When the Ark originally crashed, and it was used the last vestiges of its energy to recreate these 5 Autobots into what it thought were the dominant life forms, which were the dinosaurs it was scanning.
But they were the dominant life forms at that period in time.
No, it was only 4 million years ago, which is why it's in the Savage Land.
Okay, alright,
Dinosaurs was over 65 million years ago.
Yeah, he was using that data.
Hence they were using the Savage Land as the reason why. Yeah. Because it was Marvel, they could do that. They could do that. So basically, the first Dinobot that Ratchet wakes up is Slag.
Which still amuses me.
Who thinks that Ratchet's attacking him, and he attacks him back. Until he basically ends up in this. Basically, all the Dinobots from a tar pit. Yeah. And literally, this image of Ratchet scrambling at his chest to try and show the Autobot symbol. Because it's covered in tar.
Okay.
So that's basically how the transition went from looking like this to looking like that in the comic. Okay. Which was quite cool.
So, what did you think of transforming it?
I was pleasantly surprised how straightforward it was.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be very complicated.
No.
To be fair, and that's quite a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to do. And to be honest, I'm very impressed by. I mean, I know it's very cartoon, because it's very basic in outwards design, and there's no real detail and so on and so forth.
That's one of the difference between us. I groove to that.
For me,
Yeah.
I got a feeling a repro label kit for this would make it pop. Just to give it some more detail. But the thing is that the original toy doesn't have.
What detail have you got on these things? Seriously, there is none.
I mean, there's a little bit on these, which I think would be quite nice on there. There's a bit on the marb part, again, which I'd quite like to have on that. But I've got a feeling that the repro labels would sort that, straight off. But I am actually very impressed with that. A load of people were going on about, why does he have these panels on his hips? Something I don't care. They look fine to me. It's supposed to be a robot in disguise. I don't like this whole idea of all the car parts disappearing anyway, because it loses part of the character.
Yeah.
What's an auto? Well, I mean, what would Jazz be without the Porsche part, or at least the bonnet of a car in front of it?
Yeah.
Because it sort of takes something away from the character for me. But that. I mean, I always did like Ratchet more than Ironhide, to be fair. And there's part of me going, I hope someone does a head part for this, because does that come off with the face? Yes, it does. I'm hoping. I mean, I know it's only a quick paint job to sort that out and turn that red, but I'm hoping third parties might do sort of like comic heads inserts for it. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with those. And I like the fact you can add. I kind of like the fact that you can add the laser scalpel and everything onto his wrist.
Yeah,
which is quite cool. And the ratchet joint, those ratchets.
You really do like that bit, don't you?
Ratchet has ratchets. That's a really poseable figure. That's really, really cool. And I'm very, very impressed. And it's definitely not getting it back.
Sven,
yeah.
Transform that one back.
Yay! Aren't you feeling full of yourself?
Okay, I know I rarely comment on the G1 ones, but seriously? Okay, I can see why people wouldn't like the faceplate.
Yeah.
But I like that. That one's... I can see kids enjoying this one.
Yeah. Completely.
Well, I like the G1. I of course like the masterpiece. I always like the masterpieces. Actually, where did the spare bit go?
Oh, in the original toy.
Did you just stick in the cap?
No, well, I used to when I played with them. Yeah.
Oh, actually.
No.
In the cabbage. Hang on. I thank you.
I think they're really good for what they are. I love the accessories. Well, from my point of view, because they're very cartoon.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. I love the accessories that come with them. I find it a bit strange it comes with that little red bit, but it doesn't use it as such. I'm not even sure why that's supposed to be used. It's like, why have you even been there? So you've got the utility sensor, which I've put in his arm, and you're supposed to use that insert that goes on the panel. Let's use it with the jet thrusters? No, I don't know.
Sven.
Oh, the fact that you can use that in robot mode is quite cool.
I think that goes there.
No, it's off that's off Ironhide though.
I think it goes there, clips into there, and has something to do with him standing on it.
Oh, okay. How does that make sense?
Because those, look, see these pieces?
Yeah.
They obviously clip onto there as well.
No, those are for his fist.
Oh, they're for his fist?
Yeah, because he's got in the cartoon series he did this liquid shooter thing out of one of his.
Oh.
Yeah. So that'd be white. Oh no, the red parts are actually for his to replace one of his fists. He has one of those and one of those.
Gotcha.
And then he's got different fists as well, different face. That part can be taken off and put on his back
as a cannon,
which makes sense with the
every other Transformer.
No. In the pilot of the TV show, he literally was flying, and he had that missile launcher come out of his back to shoot at Skywarp. And then Skywarp gets hit. Skywarp's like, "The hell are you doing?" And teleports behind him and shoots him. And I think in that episode he might have been using. Was he using someone's jet thruster he shouldn't have been? Can't remember. I don't know the cartoon series well enough because I'm comic. I'm so comic it's ridiculous. I really am.
He's not. You cannot see him at the Edinburgh Fringe. He hasn't got a show.
Yet. But and as for the extras with Ratchet, slightly smiley face to go on, and basically a load of equipment to repair everybody.
I like the different medical things you can use. That's cool.
But it was always. I quite like the way Ratchet was portrayed in the the cartoon, because they gave him this sort of like poor bedside manner.
The hands
kind
are
of,
good.
Yeah, but you can swap out the hands on.
No, I mean the articulation points for the hands so that they can hold guns is really good. And they put clipping pieces so that when you do put the fist back, it holds it. That's just really nicely done.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's.
Okay, well, I mean, that was good fun. I am not going to score these in a million years. I'll tell you what I will do, though. God, this episode is full of firsts for Educating Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this? You're going to like this?
Go on.
I'm going to score the G1s.
Okay.
Alright? Okay, tell me if you agree with this. I'm going to give them 9 out of 10. My logic being, I enjoyed transforming them.
Very easy to transform.
I did not need an instruction manual.
And trust me, if you were sitting there with like Prowl or Jazz, you'd be getting a bit confused. And Grimlock would drive you up the bloody wall.
Alright, but that I can conceptualise playing with it. I can understand. You know, as a kid, there are lots of different playabilities there. You can play with a vehicle, you can play with it as a robot, you can play with it. Yes, that's fine. In vehicle mode, it's good fun. In robot mode, it's good fun. I think that's absolutely cracking. The only reason why it wouldn't get a 10 out of 10 is that faceplate is... The more and more I see it, it's bugging me. Didn't when I first saw it, but now it's like, you know what, that is a really bad design.
From a value and playability point of view, the only Autobot I would say would be better than these guys is Optimus.
I knew you were going to say Prime. Actually, to be fair to the G1 Prime, didn't you flip the head?
Well, you got the arms out first. You pull the arms from the mid part of the cab, pull the arms out, and then fold the legs down.
Then fold the feet up. And that was pretty much it, wasn't it?
Put the fists in, put the gun on. You're sorted. And the trailer was literally flip down the back,
and then the sides open out, and then you've got the vehicle, so you can play at the arm.
Roller inside.
So essentially mini playsets.
Mini playsets. So this is one of the things with this is you got so you've got, this is possibly to a degree, I would say, a better value toy than the other Autobot cars, because what you got was car to robot.
I will admit though that they are incredibly simplistic.
Oh yeah.
Looking to look at it, it is like they didn't put much effort in there. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, from a children's toy, that's fantastic. Now these ones, okay, I'm not going to comment on them in robot mode because I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I will say, I think that's really nice looking because I've not seen the comic and all the rest of it. So feel wise, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
High quality plastic, no colour deviation in them at all. Hinge points are beautiful. Ratchet on the ratchet points, obviously. Easy to transform in comparisons with everything else, yes, even though I was like a chimp.
Yeah, but you've seen the struggle with some of the other masterpieces.
I've seen you struggle with masterpieces and they scare me. But you saw me attempt this without looking at the manual. How often have I ever picked up a transformer and gone, yeah, I'm going to have a go at this? So, and it was close.
Yeah.
Ish.
It was
close enough. Close enough.
Just little
close enough.
detail bits, really.
I'm really happy with that. Now, what I will say is in vehicle mode, these are fantastic. These are really nice. So, yeah, absolutely pucker. Right, well, those are our opinions. You got anything else to add to that?
I mean, the only thing I would say is that, I mean, the original G1 ones were... Anyway, I mean... With the G1 ones, I feel they got a bad rep.
I think they got a bad rep.
Simply because they didn't look like they did in the cartoon series.
No, I like that.
And later comics.
If they wanted to add to it, they could have made the hands better.
Yeah.
They could have done, little hinge point in the hands, maybe. Better face plate.
But then there was
possibly have this collapse down.
You've got to bear in mind that there were other Autobots who
cheap.
didn't even have hands that could hold guns. They were put on their shoulders and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't have a huge problem with that as part of that range. And the fact that they're a repaint of each other is like, well...
No, that's not fair. That is not fair. You're saying they're repaints. They're not repaints.
Because roof lights were added to
Because roof lights were added to that. That is quite clearly an ambulance. That is quite clearly a Winnebago.
Winnebago?
Well,
it's a van.
It's a van.
It's a vanette.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, a paint job change from black to yellow and a different character spec is not the same as adding pieces. They added pieces to this one.
To be fair, when you look at the other Datsun, because this says Nissan, it was a Datsun at the time, really. The other Nissan Datsun type car vehicle in G1 was the Fair Lady Z, which was Prowl, police car.
Yeah.
Blue Streak, race car.
Yeah.
Well, street car. And Smokescreen, who was a dirt track racer.
Yeah.
Which was marketed over here as a rally car.
Yeah,
because of the way it looked.
It's...
And that basically had lower skirts around the car and stuff, so it actually had extra parts that Blue Streak didn't have, and Prowl had extra parts that Blue Streak didn't have. But they were essentially repaints.
Yeah.
Which is a lot more work gone into it than, say, Starscream, Thundercracker and Skywalk.
Oh yeah, they just changed the colour.
Just colour differences. And then they didn't even put the right tech specs and bioprofiles on the boxes.
Yeah,
they got them mixed up.
Wrong.
And this is the thing, is loads of people these days are going, oh, why are they just repainting everything? I was like, well, that's what they did in the first place. You had the whole, we've got different characters who are using the same toy mould.
Yeah.
No problem there, because they invested the time and money into creating the characters.
Yeah.
And the fact that, this is the same mould as this, but with some roof lights on.
I'm happy with that. I am really happy with that. I have no issue with that one. I do have an issue when you hand me a black and a yellow and go, these are. And it's like, seriously?
It's funny actually, because the Ironhide mould in Diaclone was black. And they painted it red for Transformers,
Okay.
which is quite interesting. So there is actually, you're going to love this, after Transformers 2007 came out, the live action film, they reissued these in Japan in Transformers 2007 Ratchet yellow, greeny colour, and Ironhide black, which I don't have.
Why don't you have them? Japan ridiculously rare.
Does that they I think, if I remember rightly, you had to send off from a Japanese book to a Japanese address to have it delivered to a Japanese address as a mail away.
No.
So plus the fact it was something to do with the Bay film and something to do with the Bay films.
eBay?
Well, I'll probably get them eventually when I see them, but yeah.
There you go, 2 Transformers that Sven's trying to track down. Cool.
World Comes First. He's the only Transformer missing from 1984-95. Whirl. Yeah.
Okay.
Helicopter. Deluxe Autobot. Never released in the UK.
Okay.
Blue. In one of the Wreckers. Which is ironic because he was never released in the UK, but he was in the Wreckers, which is British written.
Blue Transformer, mainly metal chest plate and the helicopter bit just clipped into there.
No.
No, I'm thinking some
It was actually a Bandai toy originally. No, actually, it was a toy made by a company who got bought by Bandai. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah, along with Roadbuster, who I do have.
Cool.
My wife tracked it down for Christmas for me one year, which makes her the best wife ever.
Yeah, that makes her a good one. She's a good one.
Yes. So yeah, as for scoring, I'm very surprised. I'm very pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting them to be this good. People were bitching about these side panels, which I just don't understand.
Which side panel?
The hit panels.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. It looks fine to me. It just gives it a bit of, bit of design. I mean, it's like there's a bit of the car there. Yay! I don't have a huge problem with that.
A bit of the car there. It's got a fucking window screen on the front of it. Exactly. What more do you expect? God, that sounded bitchy. Sorry, guys.
But I mean, the fact that they've managed to turn
that into this is
based on the cartoon series and somehow managed to engineer it so it works.
They're good at what they do. They're just good at what they do.
That's really impressive. Where's Jazz? Sorry.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I want Jazz. We want Jazz. Get on with it and get Jazz out. I'm interested. I'm really looking forward to.
You actually want to be on film saying, "Get Jazz out." Yeah.
Yeah, Jazz hands. I want my Jazz hands. You do know Jazz is the white Porsche, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Before you go in some weird direction.
I'm not. They might be. I'm not.
Now there is another emergency vehicle coming that I'm really looking forward to, which is the Inferno.
Oh yeah.
Fire engine.
Yeah.
They've managed to do it in such a way that on the original G1 toy, the ladder just folded down his back, so he had a ladder down his back. In the cartoon series, his ladder wasn't there.
Retracted in.
Yeah, it folds into his chest on the toy.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm just wondering if they're going to try and get away with doing Inferno G2. Because the Generation 2 Inferno was the original G1 toy. No recolouring, still the same colour, but with a water pistol stuck on the top. Literally, they had this water plunger thing that clipped onto the ladder. We were just like,
okay,
is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
Everything else in the range got completely recoloured.
He just got a water pistol.
He's got a water pistol put on top of it. Like, strain. But score-wise, I'm going to give these guys, because I'm very impressed with the way they've engineered them. They've managed to turn the toy that looked like that and re-engineered it and made it so that it could actually turn into the cartoon character, which is bloody impressive. 8.5. They're both getting 8.5.
Okay, hang on. Alright. If you're going to do that, then I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Okay, they get a 3.
Why?
Because the original piece declipped to have the platform for it to stand on and it doesn't, and they didn't do that with these. Therefore, whilst they kept the original vehicle mode. In robot mode, they've taken away some of the joy of the G1.
I can't disagree with you on that. I mean, I've got to look at. I'm looking at it from maybe from a weird perspective for me, because I'm usually very much into the G1.
So I'm looking at it
Toy
from
for
an
us.
improvement of the toy. The
Yeah,
whole point
it's
of the
not an improvement
masterpieces
on
are that they get these and improve upon them. That's the problem.
I agree that it's a downgrade in playability in a way.
Yes.
Because you haven't.
This doesn't count.
I mean, this
Doesn't count. It doesn't fold in.
That's clearly an afterthought.
It doesn't fold in.
Yeah. The fact that they've actually put it in the box is quite nice.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing that. I know, to tell you the truth, I'm only being pedantic.
Yeah.
Right, because there's no way I'm really scoring a masterpiece at a 3.
Yeah.
The masterpieces, it's kind of in the title.
Yeah.
But if you want to argue, if you really want to argue, then the point would be that this toy, fantastic, we've already established I like this. Yes, in vehicle mode, no in robot mode, because you've lost the platform. That does not count. It does not fold into it.
Yeah. I mean, I completely see where you're coming from. And
I so get a however here.
scoring it as an upgrade from the G1 toy, 3,
I was
maybe
only
5
joking.
tops.
I was only joking.
To be honest, a 5 out of 10 from that point of view would be fair, because
it has lost.
There's elements of the original toy that have been lost, and this just doesn't cut it as much as it should do. I've got a feeling, with all of those bits underneath that can be used, there'll be a third-party company maybe doing something about.
Oh, somebody might actually do the tracks to run
that. I mean, I'd be all over that.
You know what? To be absolutely honest with you, I'd be surprised if a third-party company bother doing tracks to go underneath it and just don't literally scale up that platform, because it's quite nice with the folding bits.
Well, yeah, but the thing is with the folding bits, is it would need to fold into this, and that would. It's not
it wouldn't work. No.
But they have. I mean, third-party companies have done things like replacement hands for these.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Loads of eyes.
And tracks. I mean, tracks, which is the last masterpiece we did.
Yeah.
You can actually get individually
Done fingers
and things like that, which is really nicely done. And you can do that with Prowl and so on and so forth. So something I'd quite like to see something that does that. I'd love to get the repro labels on this as well, because it does seem a bit plain to me. But then
no, I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, I can understand.
I'm genuinely enjoying the plainness of it, especially on the white one.
And I'm very impressed with the paint, because it doesn't make it look plastic. It's got that. I mean that isn't metal, but it kind of looks metal, like that does.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
It does different. I mean, the white.
No, I think the white one looks better than the red.
Really?
Yeah, I think the paint job's better. I wouldn't say it looks metal, but I would say it looks an alloy. Okay, well, those are our comments. We would love to hear yours. Please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Is there going to be an eye or something up here?
There will be eyes all the way along.
Are there going to be eyes all the way along?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm always eyeing the place.
Alright, well, you can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, there is the official Geekology website.
There's one.
Thank you for watching and good night.
Bye. Classic on me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really weird seeing the word classic without the word Trek. During this video, I'll be consuming caffeine. It's just so dull. So dull. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Because knowing it's half the battle.
Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight, it's Educating Dave! Da, 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 da. We need a little theme tune for Educating Dave. It's more music for you to find for the editing process, it's great. Right. Maybe bring out clowns.
Or maybe just Muppet Boy.
Well, at least you have the Muppet Babies. I see 2 in front of it. Now I know you, which means they're the G1 version, so I have something to compare them with. That is a really bad Sven impression. Let me try that again. The G1 version, so you have something to compare them with.
Cheers.
Yes. Okay, we've got 2 little cards in front. They're coins.
Yes.
Okay.
He's learning, isn't he?
Learning this education thing.
It's working.
Works. Okay. Right,
Yes.
So go for it. I'm presuming the red one came first.
Well, in this series they did.
right from the get-go. Done. Okay, go on, talk to me.
Well,
I like the fact that the weapon disguises itself as the... My father, who's a mechanic, thoroughly ashamed of the fact that I couldn't remember the word camshaft. I like the fact that the weapon disguises itself as the camshaft. Yeah, that's it. What's a camshaft?
an omnibot.
No, there's a camshaft.
Oh, that may well be, but he's also an omnibot.
Excuse me, I consult the master of the universe.
He has the power.
What is a camshaft?
Okay.
Which still amuses me.
Who thinks that Ratchet's attacking him and he attacks him back until he basically ends up at this. Basically, all of the dinosaurs will attack him. And literally, this image of Ratchet scrambling at his chest trying to show you what's in
How long is the blooper reel going to be?
I don't know.
Oh my god! Seriously though, good choice.
Yeah.